The wound is where the light enters, but dwelling in darkness prolongs the pain. Don't let the shadows of the past darken the doorstep of your future. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Don't prolong your suffering by clinging to what hurts. Life is a journey filled with joy, anxiety, challenges, pain, vanity, and sufferings. In our quest for happiness and fulfillment, it is essential not to cling to the places that hurt us. Just as wounds need to be cleansed and healed, emotional and mental wounds also require our attention and care. It is through healing of our soul that we can discover a path towards greater resilience, sustainable personal growth, and a brighter future. Don't stick to toxic relationships. You might have been in a toxic relationship for years. Your partner was emotionally abusive and constantly belittled you. Despite the pain and unhappiness, you held on, hoping things would change. But healing wouldn't begin when you are waiting for the person who hurt you to apologize and you can't forgive them for yourself. Don't stick to a dead-end job. You might have been working at a job you despised for years. The work environment was toxic and you felt unfulfilled every day. Despite the unhappiness it caused, you remained in the job due to fear of change and financial stability. Don't stick to negative friendships. Imagine you had a friend who was constantly negative and drained her energy. Every time they spent time together, your friend felt emotionally exhausted. Despite the negativity, she held on to the friendship, fearing loneliness. Don't stick to unhealthy habits. You might have a habit of turning to alcohol to cope with stress and emotional pain. It became a crutch that only deepened your wounds. Don't stick to limiting beliefs. You always believed you weren't smart enough to pursue your dream of becoming a writer. Despite your passion for writing, you never took it seriously, doubting your own abilities. It hurts like hell, but it is no way worse than big works with no audience. Don't stick to negative self-talk. You might have constantly criticized yourself, focusing on your flaws and shortcomings. This negative self-talk affected your self-esteem and prevented you from pursuing your goals. How you couldn't make a conscious effort to change your inner dialogue. Don't stick to a regretful past. You might have carried the weight of past mistakes and regrets, constantly reliving them in your mind. It consumed you and hindered your ability to move forward. Don't stick to a regretful past. You might have carried the weight of past mistakes and regrets, constantly reliving them in your mind. It consumed you and hindered your ability to move forward. Don't stick to unrealistic expectations. You might have always strived for perfection in every aspect of his life. You placed immense pressure on yourself to meet unrealistic expectations. This constant striving left you stressed and burnt out. Don't stick to negative environments. You might have worked in a toxic work environment where gossip and backstabbing were the norm. It affected your mental and emotional well-being. Don't stick to past heartbreak. You might have your heart broken in a previous relationship, and you carried the pain with you for a long time. It prevented you from fully opening up to new possibilities in love. In the vast expanse of pain, where there seems to be no end, how do you prevent yourself from becoming stuck in its grasp? Acknowledge the pain. The first step towards healing is acknowledging the pain. Recognize the areas in our lives that cause us distress or discomfort. Whether it's past experiences, relationships, or self-imposed limitations, acknowledging the pain allows us to confront it head-on. Experience resonates and enlightens. Every painful experience holds valuable lessons. Instead of dwelling on the pain itself, shift your focus towards the lessons it can teach you. Reflect on what went wrong, what could have been done differently, and how you can grow from it. By embracing a mindset of learning, you can transform pain into wisdom and use it as a catalyst for personal development. Let go of resentment. Holding on to resentment and grudges only perpetuates the pain. It keeps us stuck in a cycle of negativity and prevents us from moving forward. It's crucial to cultivate forgiveness, both towards others and ourselves. By releasing the burden of resentment, we free up space for healing, compassion, and new opportunities. Connect with others, even if it means licking wounds together. Healing is not a journey we have to undertake alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or professionals who can offer support and guidance. Sharing our pain with others can provide us with new perspectives, insights, and the emotional support necessary to navigate through challenging times. Prioritize growth and embrace change. To heal, we must be open to growth and change. Sometimes, the path to healing leads us away from familiar territories. It requires us to step outside our comfort zones and head for new experiences, perspectives, and opportunities. Growth allows us to discover new aspects of ourselves and to cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. Care for thyself. Self-care is an essential component of healing. It involves taking deliberate actions to nourish our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Engage in activities that bring you joy, practice mindfulness and self-reflection, prioritize rest and relaxation, and prioritize your overall health. By caring for ourselves, we create a solid foundation for healing and personal growth. Don't stick to where it hurts. Instead, choose to learn to let go. Acknowledge the pain, learn from it, and be better yourself. Remember, getting out of where it hurt is a process, and each step you take brings you closer to a better life. Don't let past pain dictate your present. Healing begins when you stop revisiting the source of your suffering. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It means you choose not to be defined by what hurt you. Sometimes the best way to heal is to stop replaying the pain and start creating a new story. Growth happens when you let go of what you can't change and focus on what you can. You can't start the next chapter of your life if you keep rereading the last one. You can't move forward if you're always looking back. Stick to where it hurts and the whole chapter pads out itself.